I want just to share my story, and I think Kassandra can share her story and give you an example and a sense of hope about what you can do with your life, and that no matter where you come from, no matter what issues you are facing right now. We're live. This is not recording. This is live. Just to tell you that in life things are possible if you propose it. And we come from a place that have been struggling for many years, decades. So it's like, just so you know, we are from Vieques, and Vieques was with the Navy, U.S. Navy in 1942. They went into Vieques and they basically took more than 3/3 of the land of our island, and they built ammunition storage in the west side and a targeting point in the east side of the island. And on the east side of the island, they practice with all kind of chemicals, uranium, orange agent, and you name it. Like as recently as 7 years ago, they did a test on the population. I did it also, a hair test. Okay, but mine came and they check for heavy metals, and we have all uranium, mercury, aluminum in our bodies.
Because of why? Explain the wins.
Huh?
Explain the wins.
Okay. Yes, the targeting point was on the east side, and in the Caribbean we have the winds keeps blowing from east to west, and we were in the west of the targeting point. So all that contamination, or all those bombs that were spreading heavy metals, were going over the population. And not only the people are contaminated, the whole food chain is affected by this. And so right now we have the highest cancer rate in Puerto Rico, but not only in Puerto Rico, we have the highest cancer rate in all the United States. So it's very common for us to see know people that have cancer. Young kids, adults, they're just, some people are just waiting to just diagnose to tell them, oh, you have cancer, because it's normal, and it's kind of depressing. But we don't want to take on that. We want to think that we have a future, that things can change. We can improve our island. I don't know if you want to share.
So like my experience with it. Okay, I was 14, and when I was like 12 or 13, my best friend was taking this modeling classes, and her mom is like, I want you to go so you can go with my daughter. And she paid my classes too. So that's how I got all involved in modeling. So I took those modeling classes, and I kept being chosen for stuff, and I kept winning like little pageants and stuff. And when I was 14, I was part of the Vieques Youth Leadership Initiative, and they asked me like, what is your dream? And I'm like, what is my dream? Am I supposed to have like a dream? Like, what am I supposed to say right now? So I just sat there and I was like thinking, what am I gonna write in this paper? And then like, I started thinking like, what do I like? I like art. I like designing. I like modeling because I was already starting to model. So then I said like, I want to be a model and I want to be a designer. Design anything. I didn't specifically, I said like fashion designer, jewelry designer, photography, anything related to design and art. So then, on Job Shadow Day, I was introduced to Ileana Cambo, and she was the vice president of L'Oreal. Do you know L'Oreal? So she was like, she used to be a model, and she was the co-founder of the agency I'm part of right now. So she introduced me to all these people. we went to Fashion Week on her private plane and stuff. So I went to Fashion Week for my first time. I did my first photo shoot and everything related to fashion. It was like she introduced me to all that. So while I was in BYLI, I got my portfolio together. What is a portfolio? Is like a book with all the pictures that you have to show to the clients to see, like, if you own a brand, if you want me to represent your brand, like you can see my work and what I'm able to do, and then you decide if you want me or not. So I brought my some pictures that you guys can see. I have tons of pictures. I tried to choose like the interesting ones, I guess, with brands that you would know. And and I took bathing suit design classes too. And I got money together so I could pay my mom some classes too. And then we're both making bathing suits and we sell them in a local store in Vieques. And all the tourists wear bathing suits. So I just brought one so you guys can see it. We're just gonna get it. Can you hold this? This is when I had ready, hanging there at home. I don't know if does she understand how it goes? It's like this and then like this. So I made this. Yeah, at first I couldn't believe I was making something I could wear. So amazing. And then my pictures, yeah. Believe it or not, it's me.
You can pass it.
These are you can pass them. This was the cover for a bridal magazine. This was the first edition they had. So that's me. And they're marked, the pages I'm in. So you can just look inside. If they're marked, I'm inside. If they're not marked. And this is not a real belly. Oh my God. Just if you're wondering. I'm not really pregnant then. But that was you know the magazine Ser Padres? It's Latin parenthood magazine. So they just have this, when the women are pregnant, they just send them this. So.
I think it's important, Cassandra.
That is
not just
so
funny, but Cassandra's worked really hard so she's not pregnant.
Yeah.
This is
People in Vieques, they get pregnant when they're 14, 15, and it's very frustrating.
come to school with the baby clothes, the grandmother's not
go to school and stuff because they're getting pregnant so young. They don't even know what they want to be, and they have kids already.
So it's a really serious matter. She's really worked hard because, as you can imagine, there's a lot of people in Vieques would love to be with Cassandra. So she's had to stay really strong and true to her dreams, huh?
Usually they don't have a plan after they graduate school because they would say why would I go to school if then I cannot work here? There's nothing I can study over there that I spend all this money because it's so hard to transfer from the Vieques to Puerto Rico to study and pay rent, pay car, pay food, everything that you're not used to do, and you don't have the help from your parents because they're very poor. So what they think is the purpose of their lives is finish school because you're supposed to go to school and then have kids and have their own families because it's not they have seen there's some very big things that I could do. They haven't seen the world and what they can do. So this was an Avon letter cover, and I'm inside too. And this was a photo shoot that I arranged for I wanted this hotel, very nice hotel in Vieques. I want everybody to see it. So I just talked to them. They asked me, do you know a nice location that we can shoot the bridal magazine, and then like I said yes. Photo shoot, and this is like a very nice hotel in Vieques, and it's very like eco-friendly. They only use solar energy, and the water comes from like these tanks that from the rain, and it's very nice. So, and my portfolio is like, yeah, you could just go through it. If you have any questions, you could ask me. And what else? Like right now, I just do model. So you know, like I just do modeling because it's been like a good tool for me to be able to go to school. Like if I didn't do modeling, I wouldn't have like a way to pay myself through college. So modeling gives me enough time for me to study and be all nerdy, and then like I get enough money to pay my rent and help my family. Like my family doesn't have like money at all, and I just try to help my family and help myself go through college. So that's like, I don't want to be a model forever. Like it's just till I finish studying.
What are you studying, hon?
I'm studying marketing and minor in finance. I'm supposed to be like in my second year, but I'm really in my third year. Like I'm finishing next year in 3 years.
Because when you're a model, the most important thing is to start young. And
yes.
So she waited to go to college.
So modeling was a job that I could start like when I was 16. I would be working and getting checks and put them in the bank. It's not like I had to wait till I'm 18 so I can have money, because at 18, I had to go to college and I needed the money before I was 18. So it was very good. Like I've used it very well in my advantage. And any questions?
And where are you going with your bags all packed?
Oh yeah, after this, I'm going to Barcelona, Spain. I was accepted for a summer program that is like an intense course of international marketing and business, and like how to do business with Europe and stuff. So only 2 in my school got accepted, so I was one of them. And then I'm gonna take classes the whole month from the 2nd of July to the 27th of July. And we're gonna visit some companies and stuff, and I'm very excited.
So have you, because I don't know if any of you know the W Resort, those of you that are in business might know the W Resort is, I don't know, I think it's the #1. Mm-hmm. And so it's owned by a woman from Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
Were you with us? Weren't you with us when we met Maria?
No.
So have you been reaching out to Maria yet? Does she know you're coming to Barcelona?
No.
Oh, okay, so we'll have to fix that.
I didn't know Maria.
Okay, that's no problem. Great. Because what she needs is, you know, the thing is that Kassandra now knows, and she didn't mention that, but it's in her bio.
Oh, you can read my bio. It's in the curriculum,
yes.
And all the jobs like that you will probably know about, they're over there. So if you think you saw me somewhere, you can read that, and it was probably me. Like if I was me.
And so, you know, she's on videos and TV and all that. But the thing is that you'll also see she's done philanthropy. There's about.
Yeah, I try to like incorporate like there's so much you can do with modeling, but I try to like use it to help. Like I arrange these fashion shows. Like we want to gather people so they can help. Like okay, I'm part of this organization called Save a Gato. It's like Save a Cat. Have you heard of Save a Sato? No. We try. In San Juan, there's a large population of street cats, like a lot of street cats, and then the government wanted to exterminate all of the cats because they said the city was getting dirty and it was stinky and all this stuff. So this person, the president, just went to the mayor and said like, I have a solution for this. With a trap, nurture, release program, we could trap the cats, nurture them, neuter them. Is neuter? Yeah. Neuter them, and then try to get how do you say that?
A home?
Yeah, like people to adopt them. and then we would release them if nobody adopts them, but that cat is not going to be reproducing a maximum of like, that's the biggest problem. If you don't nurture the animals, then they will start reproducing, and all these cats that don't have homes are going to be on the streets, being sick and dying. So what we do is like we do the tractor release program, and we have a relationship with PetSmart, and we have the cats there so you can adopt them. And you go through a whole process, like we evaluate the person and all that. And we're trying to control the population of cats in San Juan. So what I do is like, I make this homemade soaps, and I sell them, and everything goes to Save a Cat. And I do like arrange these fashion shows with everybody that I know from the fashion industry, like all the designers. They can have their fashion show, and the people would come, they would show their clothes, and at the same time, we're helping Save a Cat because all the funds go to Save a Cat. And I help to, like, on my island, there are like this group of like 7 or 8 girls that want to be models. So I would just go there any other day and like train them and help them, like give them advice, what should they do and how, and like arrange photo shoots. Like they already have their portfolio. We all went on a field trip and had their first photo shoot, and they, like, last month they went to their first Fashion Week casting. You're never gonna get in your first casting because you have to learn how it works. But it was very exciting, and they were very happy, and the pictures are beautiful. Maybe I have them on Facebook, you can see them. And I don't know, it makes me very happy that I could help them. Like, I see myself in them, like I was just like them when I was their age, and I feel very happy to be able to help them.
And you know, that's one of the core messages that you'll hear Josue when he gives a speech often. We'll talk about it. Dr. King's message, each one teach one. So after you learn something, the most powerful way to reinforce it in your own life, and then also to pass it on for 7 generations, is to share it. So you see the joy in her face when she talks about that? You know, it's really something to make it in your dream in such a short time, but to then be able to have 7 or 8 girls in Vieques is a lot to go through this. And even if they don't
I need a
become
big
models,
bus, like, it's a whole trip. Like, you have to take an hour on the boat, and then an hour driving, and then the boat, and they to go home, they're exhausted.
but as you can imagine, these 2 that go to Vieques, they're the superstars. People, you know, Cassandra's in Vieques. Oh, I was in the post office with Josue when he came back from California. Josue's here. It's like, they're the celebrities in Vieques. And because they care. So, thank you, Cassandra, so much.
You're welcome. Have a question.